We had some huge news come out of the NFL today. If you guys haven't heard, Patrick Deborah Mahomes II has signed a contract extension with the Kansas City Chiefs. But this isn't your typical regular extension. This is a 10-year deal. A 10-year deal. Now, at the moment that I'm recording this video, I have not seen the contract structure, but I'm going to just say this. What in the world were both sides thinking? What in the world? 10 years is a long time. Actually, it's 12 years because he still has his fourth year and then the fifth year option year as well. So this is 12 more years of Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Now, in the NFL, and you guys know this, I say this all the time. Nothing is guaranteed. Andrew Luck was supposed to be the next big thing for the next 15, 20 years. Look where he's at now. RG3, he was supposed to be this amazing game-changing player at the quarterback position. Where is he at now? Tom Brady, he was supposed to be a nobody. But look at him now. He's the best quarterback probably in NFL history. And then you got a dude like Big Ben. He's fat. So basically what I'm trying to say is you never know how things are going to work out in the NFL. What if Patrick Mahomes pulls a Vic and, I don't know, starts hosting illegal rooster fights or something? You don't know what's going to happen. That's a lot of time. 12 years. It's 12 years, man. It's over a decade long. You don't know what's going to happen. And then I think Patrick Mahomes is making a mistake as well because cap space is going to keep rising. And, if Mahomes does end up being this godly quarterback for the rest of his career, then don't you think in 5 years, after random quarterbacks, come in and make even more money, they start getting paid more than Mahomes? Don't you think Mahomes is going to want a new deal and, he's going to deserve that deal? So, in Mahomes' part, he made a mistake. In the Chiefs' part, they made a mistake too because what if Mahomes decides to retire? What if he has, unfortunately, a tragic career-ending injury or, like I said, goes to jail, rooster fights. Those rooster fights are real, man. But, yeah, the structure hasn't came out yet, so it could change my opinion a little bit, but 10 years is a lot of time. Now, this move is really weird to me because this is currently an era in the NFL where players are really demanding shorter second contracts so they can cash in again on their third contract, because it's their rookie contract that expires, and their second contract now these days are asking for 3-4 year deals. So whenever they hit free agency again, that'd be 28, 29, and they can cash in again because once you hit 30, 31, 32, the odds of you getting another big contract or huge contract, slim to none. Very rarely do you see players get a big contract again into their 30s. So most players these days are going for short second contracts, and then Mahomes comes out here and gets a 10-year deal. I don't know who his agent is, but yeah, personally, I don't think it's a smart idea. I'm pretty sure Chiefs fans are excited because, obviously, you don't expect anything to go wrong in a 12-year time span. In a perfect world, everything's going to go right, but unfortunately, the NFL is not a perfect world. Not everything goes right, and anything can happen. I just think it would have been smarter for Patrick Mahomes to sign a 4, maybe even a 5-year deal max, because obviously, like I said, other quarterbacks are going to get paid bigger money as time passes on because cap space goes up. And he'd be able to get even more money later on in his career. But, here he is signing a 10-year deal. And as for the Chiefs, well, look, the way the Chiefs have been managing their cap space, they have 1 or 2 more years max to win another Super Bowl. After these next 1 to 2 years, they're done. I'm not saying they're never going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a 2-14 team for the rest of their, franchise or whatever. But I'm saying is they won't be Super Bowl contenders. Because the way they're managing their cap space, the way their defense is built, I mean, they haven't paid Chris Jones. They can't afford to pay Chris Jones. And if Chris Jones walks, that defense is going to take a huge hit. He is by far their best defensive player. And if he walks, well, that defense is going to take a huge hit. And I don't think, as good as Mahomes is, I don't think he's going to be able to carry that team year in and year out. I just don't see it. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is going to be, similar to Peyton Manning, carrying those Colts teams year in and year out to the playoffs. But that's it. I mean, Peyton Manning did go to 2 Super Bowls with the Colts and 2 with the Broncos. But keep in mind, like with the Colts, he was there 14 years. He went to 2 Super Bowls, won 1. Peyton Manning should have had way more, but he never had the adequate help. I think that's going to be the fate of Patrick Mahomes. That's how his career is going to end. And now, what does this do for the rest of the NFL, this contract? Because obviously it's going to have some sort of impact. Well, I don't think it's going to have an impact on contract length. I think players are smart enough to realize now at this point, shorter contracts are better than longer contracts. So don't expect Dak Prescott to sign a 10-year deal. Don't expect Deshaun Watson to sign a 10-year deal. Don't expect Lamar Jackson to sign a 10-year deal. Don't expect anyone to sign a 10-year deal. I think Mahomes doing this is not very smart for his, sake. But I do expect quarterback contracts to go up. Now, personally, I had Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes near the 38.5 mil to 40 mil range per year. And I think this is where this contract is gonna go, like with Patrick Mahomes. So, don't be shocked if when the details come out to this contract, or for this contract, don't be shocked if that number is close to $400 million. So it's probably gonna be I'm not saying it's going to be exactly 400 mil, but close to 400 mil. So it's going to be a 10-year, close to $400 million contract for Patrick Mahomes. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked either if it exceeded that, because it is possible that the Chiefs were accounting for cap space going up. So maybe they structured it to where he gets 38 mil this, or his first year, then 39 mil 3 years into the contract, and then 40 mil 5 years into the contract, and then 45 mil 8 years into this contract, and then 50 mil on the final year of his contract. Don't be shocked if this contract exceeds 400 mil, because if all goes well, and I mean nothing happens to Mahomes, no illegal rooster fights, no injuries, no random retirement, none of that, if everything goes right with Patrick Mahomes, then you could expect Patrick Mahomes to be, the best quarterback of all time, because he's off to a amazing start. I mean, he won MVP his first year starting. He won a Super Bowl in his 3rd year. So the dude's definitely on pace to be the greatest quarterback of all time. So yeah, don't be shocked if this contract does exceed 400 mil. And I was just not expecting this. About a month and a half ago, it was said that the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes were nowhere near close to contract. And honestly, I was expecting Deshaun Watson and the Texans to get theirs done first, and Dak Prescott and the Cowboys to get theirs done first as well. But here we are, and like I said, now that this has happened, once the full details come out, I would expect Deshaun Watson and the Texans to sign their contract, and Prescott and the Cowboys to get theirs done as well. Now, obviously, like I said, they're not going to sign the long-term contract. I expect shorter deals for them both, because I'm pretty sure they want to cash in again, see how the market's going to play out, and see how the new CBA is going to work out as well, how it's going to affect the player contracts, because I feel like Patrick Mahomes' deal isn't fully guaranteed. That's too much to commit to. Imagine if the Chiefs fully guarantee his contract? Like, what if something goes wrong with Patrick Mahomes, like 5-6 years from now? And, say they fully guarantee this contract, they're kind of stuck for 5 more years. So I think it'd be wiser for Deshaun and the Texans to have a shorter term deal, the Cowboys and Dak Prescott to have a shorter term deal, a shorter term, fully guaranteed contract. I think that would make more sense on both sides because, again, like I said, man, 10 years, 12 years, that is just way too much, man. But now, if you're a Chiefs fan, it's whatever. I mean, you were going to have to pay him regardless. So, just be happy that you've agreed to have your quarterback in your city for 12 more years, essentially. And, enjoy these next 2 years and hope you win 2 Super Bowls, 3-peat, because after Mahomes' new contract kicks in, yeah, it's probably going to be really hard for the Chiefs to get another Super Bowl. And, yeah, those are my thoughts on Mahomes' contract. Really caught me by surprise. I was baking empanadas when, this news hit, and I was like, oh my god. And I had to wait a little bit because I didn't want my empanadas to, burn or anything, so finished the empanadas and then came here to make the video. And yeah, but those are my thoughts on Mahomes' contract. Comment down below your opinion on Patrick Mahomes' contract, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.